You know, it's been a while since I've talked about something that deserves a lot more love than what it gets, so let's get back into the groove of things. Mayoiga, also known as The Lost Village, is an anime that I've barely heard anyone say anything even remotely good about. It's something that sat on my plan to watch list for 3 years, and I've only recently watched it. I remember seeing the occasional person trash talk it, but more often than not, I'd see the anime get thrown into the so bad it's good category. Seeing as how people love to exaggerate things seen as bad qualities in media, I was always skeptical about this particular anime. Upon watching it though, I have no clue how people thought this was hilariously bad. Mayoiga is about a busload of people heading towards an urban legend by the name of Nanaki Village, a place that is said to give people a second chance at life. When they all eventually arrive, you find out really quickly that things are amiss, and that's where the show really starts. This anime is a very interesting mystery series to me. It was something that left me wondering what was really going on up until that information was revealed, and that's honestly something I don't get a whole lot of when I watch the genre. It felt pretty unorthodox at times, but I enjoyed whatever the show gave me. The potential mystery isn't even what hooked me to the series, it was the anime's massive cast of characters. There are around 30 of them, each of which get a pretty decent amount of screen time per episode. This cast originally caused me some worry because I was afraid that the series would end up leaving me with hollow characters by the end of its run. I was pleasantly surprised to find out that that wasn't the case by the time I finished. Of course, some characters do end up worse off than others, but I was really content with most of what we got. The anime had a very clear ambition with trying to make all these characters work well together, especially with its atmosphere giving off this murder mystery vibe. I feel that, for the most part, they succeeded in making them fit in, even with the ones I didn't like. Some parts of this anime might not have been the best, but my favorite thing about it was that it manages to talk about something that I feel most media doesn't handle all that well: trauma. Something that is apparent from its first episode is that all of our characters have given up on their lives in one way or another. They all come from different backgrounds and parts of society, but all ended up in this same place. Though this wasn't a connection I paid attention to at first, it was something that really amazed me when I caught on to it. Every single character has some sort of trauma that they've experienced, and how well the series tackled those traumas is ultimately what made me love this anime. It treats every trauma uniquely and doesn't pretend like they're all easy to help. The fact that it handles them in very different ways is something that I have a greater appreciation for. It's what gives the show this very human quality to it, and it's part of why I wish more people would watch it. It's really sad that people tend to pass the series off as something that's unintentionally funny, when it's not. The anime has a lot of intentional moments of comedy thrown within it, whether it be through wordplay, or showing a visual that's meant to be funny with the juxtaposition it shows us. It even shows us that something that traumatizes someone can often be a thing that others find funny, which adds to their aversion of the subject. When I started watching the series, I just expected a subpar mystery anime. I'm happy that it turned out to be so much more. If you haven't seen it, I highly recommend you give it a watch when you have the time. I don't even know how many people have actually seen it, so I really want to get it out in front of as many people as I can. And hey, if you've seen it or watch it after watching this video, please tell me your thoughts on it. I look forward to seeing them.